Happy Labor Day, my fellow strangers. This is Mrs. Strange, and on today's episode for Stranger Universe, I will share my theories and predictions on how Stranger Things 5 could be setting up the next generation of kids for the upcoming spin-off series. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Turn on your notifications to never miss another episode again. Follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with Mrs. Strange and the Stranger Universe family every day. And now, let us begin. Stranger Things Season 5 has a lot of ground to cover, wrapping up character arcs, numerous plotlines, and potentially gearing up future stories. Alongside the conclusion of the main series, the Stranger Things universe is set to expand with 2 spin-offs, an animated series in the vein of 80s Saturday morning cartoons, and a live-action show that was announced alongside Season 5 back in early 2022. Over the years, the Duffer Brothers have talked very little about this untitled spin-off series, except for expressing the idea of someone else being the showrunner while they stay as writers and producers. The Duffers also said at one point that it wouldn't follow any of the characters that we've come to know and love. However, Stranger Things 5 is doing a few interesting choices that none of us expected to see in the final season. Holly Wheeler, Nancy, and Mike's younger sister, has mostly been a very minor character throughout the series, mainly seen with her mother and father back home. Despite this, she has been a witness to some of Hawkins' bizarre events, such as the Demogorgon trying to break into the Byers' house, or the meat flayer walking through the woods on July 4th. In Season 4, Holly saw snow coming down in Hawkins, but it was actually spores from the Upside Down, as a result of the gates opening. Stranger Things Season 5 is set to give Holly a more prominent role, as indicated by the character being recast with Nell Fisher. Set photos have also revealed that Holly will interact with Vecna in his human form, and ride her bike with Mike and Will. Last week, Nell Fisher was officially announced on the show's social media pages alongside Jake Connolly, who will be playing Derek, another new character that befriends Holly in Season 5. There are rumors going around that kids will be escorted to the military bunker in downtown Hawkins, and that Linda Hamilton's unnamed scientist character could be conducting experiments on them, kinda like Dr. Brenner. Then there's the rumored title of Episode 2, The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler. Whether or not this means that Holly will be kidnapped by Vecna or the military, it seems to suggest that she will play a significant role in the war against the Upside Down. Although it might seem unusual for Stranger Things to focus more on Holly in its final season, this could be a setup for the live-action spin-off. The growing suspicion in these last few months amongst certain sections of the fanbase is that Holly will be the main character for the next generation of characters in the upcoming spin-off series. While details about the show's plot, cast, and timeline remain unclear, Holly could serve as a bridge to a new narrative set in the 1990s. Given that all the Wheelers, except for Ted, have shown leadership and dedication, Holly might prove to be a strong lead for the spin-off. She could also be accompanied by Derek, assuming he doesn't continue the pattern of the new fan-favorite character that gets introduced only to be killed off. Another character that has the possibility of joining them is Erica Sinclair, serving as the big sister of their potential group of misfits. But in general, this is nothing more than a fan theory-based observations that I share with other fans about the role that Holly could be playing in Season 5, and the trend that spin-offs for other shows tend to follow new characters that are at least related to older characters from the original series. By having Holly Wheeler lead the next generation of kids, Stranger Things could also explore another decade of pop culture in the 90s, which is having somewhat of a resurgence in this very decade. We shall see what direction the Stranger Things spin-off will take when Season 5 comes to an end. Overall, super intriguing times. And that is all that we have for today. What predictions do you have for the Stranger Things spin-off? Today's special shout-out is for Jennifer Arnold. To get a chance at becoming our next special Stranger Universe shout-out, type it down in the comments section below. Turn on your notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode like this one. Join us on our episode premieres to interact with Mrs. Strange and other members of the Stranger Universe family. Thank you all for watching. I am Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe. Over and out.